All right, look, God removed that person from your life for a reason. He slash she, right? Because we never really know what God is, right? In the first place, knew that this person didn't have the best intentions for you. They knew that by having this person around you, they were going to stop and prohibit your blessings from moving forward. This means your next love, your next lover, those financial goals, those fitness goals, I mean, everything else around you. That person was standing as a blockage in your life. And they were taking your energy and harvesting it for themselves. Sometimes you don't have it in you to change people. You don't have it in you to be the dictator or the God in somebody else's life when they're refusing to listen to the God within, when they're refusing to do the things necessary in their own life to manifest what they need. They will attach themselves to you in order to manifest things upon, for their life, for their well-being, whether that's good energy, whether that's perspective, whether that's I genuinely don't know. It could be anything because people want a wide range of different things, and we usually don't know what those things are because people have a lot of hidden motives. Now, the one person that they cannot hide those motives from is God. That's the one person that everything will come to a halt the moment that they start trying to do some funny stuff. This person was going behind your back, talking mess about you, spreading untrue things about you. They were talking to other people intimately. They were literally like smearing your name and smearing your image by being disloyal. Now, when God removed this particular person that you're thinking about in your head right now, it sent you into a deep period of like guilt, almost shame in a sense, because you didn't necessarily understand why you were feeling what you were feeling. You knew that this person was removed and things were playing out in its trajectory for a reason, but you weren't able to pinpoint what that reason was because God has her hand over this situation. And if you were able to see outside of that hand, if you were able to see why certain things was being removed from you, why certain things wasn't working, it would have hit your self-esteem, it would have hit your confidence level, and it would have really got under your skin. So what he did was he held this information from you until you were spiritually and emotionally strong enough to hold what the truth of the situation was. Once you started figuring out what was happening, it low-key turned into anger, right? Your anger's valid. However, it brought you a lot of clarity, and that clarity started to calm down the anger in a sense, but it turned into disappointment. It's an interesting thing when people do things that you wouldn't expect of them to be doing behind closed doors, but they're actively choosing to be that person. And God removes them without telling you that that's the person that they're being. It makes you think like, why did I just get this great person removed? Why did I just get this individual removed from my life? It must have been me. I must have been the problem because, they weren't showing any signs of doing anything wrong and all this other type of stuff. But that wasn't the truth. You see, when they got removed from the situation, a little bit of the gaslighting and the manipulation led to you feeling guilty and shameful because that person was lying. That person was being manipulative. Because, granted, if you knew what was happening, you wouldn't have felt the guilt and the shame to make you think that it was your fault and want these type of things back in your life. The moment that you like woke up, in a sense, it shifted the whole dynamic and it allowed your blessings to like expedite. Your blessings are being expedited because of the clarity that you just gained. It's not even because of anything else that you're doing or like the fact that you're working more or less or just none of that. It's the clarity that this situation is bringing you by not being attached in close proximity to the same things that want to keep you in a certain energy or keep you in a certain space. This separation period was not for you to be like, there's going to be a reconciliation on the other side. This separation period was for you to truly focus on yourself and let whatever was meant to align in your path and align in the trajectory of where you're going, align on its own, not with the perspective of, I'm going to hold on to this emotionally, hoping that it comes back around and things go back to what it used to be, because life changes, things change, and you may not ever get exactly what it used to be. You may get an elevated version, right? Or you may get an even worse version because things change, which is why I'm telling you, don't hold on to it, but you have to focus this energy on you, because God is using this isolation period as a time to scope you. He he's putting you in these spaces. He's making you look at the depths of yourself. He's testing your confidence. He's testing your courage, your ability to follow through, your ability to love yourself in the moments where nobody's available to you. Those are all tests, and sometimes we don't realize that, God is seeing how you react to certain things not being in your. My fault. We ran out of iPhone storage, which is typical, normal for most iPhone users. But God was watching how you were reacting to these things being removed from your energy and being removed to your frequency. In those moments where you felt by yourself, you felt alone, you were questioning the things that was going on around you, and nobody seemed to understand you. Nobody was picking up the phone. Nobody was doing any of those things. She was watching to see how you loved yourself in those moments. Do you think that this person has that much control or power in your life to change or bring perspective to an emotion that you can't do yourself? Do you think that this person has this much weight and leadership in your life where they can lead you down somewhere that you don't want to go? God will use taking the things that you think you need as a way to show you that you did not need those things. Now, the detachment and the healing and the letting go period is going to feel kind of daunting and kind of heavy because you have to go through an emotional detox. But this motherfucker was took from your life for a reason. God knew exactly the mess that was being created around you without you being aware of it. So they took you out of the situation with grace to maintain your purity, not so you feel guilty and shameful and doubtful about the sequence of events that played out. God removed you so you didn't have to deal with the consequences of these people's karma. Because by you being in proximity to these people, you are going to experience the same karma that they were experiencing. Now, it's kind of hard to pinpoint and realize when we're experiencing karma, but it's literally how we're playing in our life. Like if you notice, like sometimes your life is only looks like what it looks like because of karma. Sometimes you're only living where you're living because of karma. You're only doing what you're doing because of karma. You're only looking at the things that you're looking at and like thinking, like everything about your reality right now is tied into some type of karmic debt, whether good or bad. The things that have very negative, things that you're like, I kind of wish I want to change this. I kind of, something about this isn't sitting right. I kind of want to move. Something about this relationship isn't right. That's because that is a exhibit of your negative karmic debt that you have to figure out how to work through and let go so you can receive the more good, the positive karmic debt. By you removing this person, whether intentionally or unintentionally, whether you left or they left, that was you surrendering and closing that cycle of that karmic debt. Now, if you go back and or go to somebody else who's showing those same qualities just because you're trying to fill the void, you're going to continue the cycle. Now that this person has been removed, this energy has been removed from your life, you have a lot of space, grace, and ability to manifest and align with some good karmic debt. How? By actually healing now, doing the shadow work. Like I said before, focusing that energy on you and what you want to do, how you want to do it, and how you see your life playing out, and what's true to you, what truly makes you happy, what truly fills you up with love. And it can be anything, it can be a passion, it can even be family. Sometimes it's a lover if you are intact with that, because you never know what just got took. Some of you guys got friends took from you, family, jobs, God, when God removes things, it's no restriction on what He can remove. You can remove your mama and your daddy if God really not fucking with it. But we pray that everybody's intact with their family and everything like that. But yeah, man, I think right now, just don't put too much stress on the situation. Don't overthink it. Don't beat yourself up, and don't feel no type of shame or guilt behind what happened, because that's exactly what the negative side, the opposite force, you feel me, wants us to feel. Just focus up. Do what you need to. Do what you love. And allow that karmic debt, allow that karmic cycle to finally close, because the things that was happening behind closed doors that you did not see was not okay. God knew that shit was not okay. And you're going to receive the positive karmic debt from separating yourself from the things that was no longer meant for you. So yeah, man, I love you guys. I love you guys. I love you guys. I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. One-on-ones in the description. Same white books. Peace.